What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Amish's Mets in the Barnyard. First off, I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you had a happy holidays. Time to get back in the flow of things, though, and I've been off. Took a little break for a little while, but back to talk some Mets. Sadly, there's still much not to talk about. It's like Groundhog Day almost. Like every day is the same thing. Nothing's going on. It's just rinse and repeat. We're all waiting for something, but there's nothing. We've been tied to a few guys. Lucas Giolito was one of them. He ended up signing with the Red Sox. Trying to think who else. There was a couple other moves. The Braves traded for Chris Sale. So that's off the table. The bigger name free agents are still out there, even though it seems like we're not going into the Blake Snell, Jordan Montgomery route, which if you've been watching, you know that's fine with me. If we had to go after one, I would rather go after Montgomery, but still think he's going to cost too many years, too much money for what we're looking to do. Seems like we're looking for shorter term deals. So we'll see where that leads us. I honestly don't know at this point. It's all a guessing game. I realize people are frustrated. I realize nobody really knows what it is that's going on. People are kind of upset because Stearns said we were going to compete, and a lot of people don't seem to think that that's what we're doing. I'm still, like I've said time and time again, just being patient with it. I hate that I keep having to repeat myself, but while there's nothing going on, there's really not much more I can say. I just have to keep waiting until we make some sort of moves that move the needle, and really that hasn't happened. Well, I will say, like, I did this with the pitching, did the comparison to where we were last year to where we are now. And if you look at it with the offense, let's just go through it real quick. Like, catcher last year, we were looking at Omar Narvaez and Tomas Nido being the two guys at the start of the year. Narvaez ends up getting hurt, and enter Francisco Alvarez. Buck Showalter at first didn't really want to play him. There was this whole back and forth thing with Nido and whoever else. And finally, I don't know, I want to say towards May, Buck let Alvarez roll with the job. Alvarez ended up having a pretty good year, but let's be real, he also had some ups and downs. There was times where he completely disappeared. The power was there, which was nice. The defense was awesome. Not many people expected that from him. So happy to see that, and I think he's going to improve this year. So you got to think the catcher spot is a spot where, if we look at it with a full year of Alvarez, hopefully, knock on wood, nothing happens, that we get a better overall production from the catcher spot. So that's a spot where you can say, all right, we can improve there. First base, Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso had, I mean, the power numbers were there, but for him, he had a down year. That batting average was down. He was streakier than usual. He got hurt there for a little bit. So if Pete bounces back to his more typical numbers, you got to think there's a little bump there, improvement there. Second base, Jeff McNeil. Seems like he's going to be our second baseman. Obviously, last year was a down year. This year, you would think, would hope. I mean, if it goes to the trend, he has one good year, one not so great year. So he's due for a good one. So you hope second base we get better production there. Shortstop Lindor's been pretty consistent throughout his tenure. He starts off slow, which every time he starts off slow, the freaking Lindorks come out of the woodwork and they start hating on him. But the dude still ends up putting up 30 homers, 100 RBIs, stealing bases now with the new rules. Like, Lindor's is legit. Like, that's all I'm going to say. So, Lindor, I would say expect similar production from Lindor. Then we move to third base. Third base, last year we seemed like Beatty was going to be the guy in waiting after Escobar. We did this whole weird, while Escobar was around, there was this weird platoon situation at times. I don't know. Things at third base were strange. Then they let Beatty roll with the job. And let's be honest, he didn't do a very good job. This year we have Beatty again. If you want to count Vientos as a third baseman, I don't. Obviously, Joey Wendell's around. So it's going to be a lot of what, if there is any improvement at third, it's going to be up to Brett Beatty. Like, he has to improve. He has to be that guy that he was in the minors. In the minors, he looked like a legitimate future third baseman. Maybe not a star per se, but a very serviceable guy at third base that you could rely on. He hasn't shown that so far. But he also has less than a whole season's worth of games under his belt. So, you hope that there can be some better production there. Now we go to outfield. Right field, Starling Marte. He had the 2 surgeries last off season. It didn't work out. Things went south. We ended up with just mixing and matching and throwing guys out there in right field. This year we're kind of going, looks like, with the same game plan. We're rolling with Marte. We got DJ Stewart, I guess, as his backup option. We picked up Tyrone Taylor, who could play any of the outfield positions. So we'll see there. I don't know. I honestly don't know if there'll be much improvement from right field. I hope there is. I hope Marte turns it around. But I don't know. Not much to hang your hat on there. Then you got center field, Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo, he was good. Nimmo's numbers actually weren't all that far off from the year prior, where I thought was really good. I guess my only issue with Nimmo is I thought his approach last year wasn't what I'd like to see out of my leadoff hitter. I like to see the guy that's like working counts and drawing walks more and just making the pitcher work. And it seemed like last year he got away from that a little bit at times. It was more homer happy. I don't really want that from my leadoff hitter. I'll take it though. Like, there's also the fact that he doesn't steal bases that drives me crazy. But I mean, it is what it is. Nimmo's good as long as he can stay healthy. Like, I think we got solid production out of center field. And there's left field. Left field last year, Mark Canha, going into last year, I guess, was our left fielder. We threw some other guys out there. It ended up being just a rotation at times towards the end of the season. This year this is where we don't have a left fielder. That's one of the positions that I think we need to fill. I hope we do fill. I don't like the idea of just giving Tyrone Taylor the job. To me, he's a 4th outfielder. Same with DJ Stewart. He's a 4th outfielder. I guess there's a world where you could start Wendell at second and McNeil can play left field. I don't love that idea either. Wendell, to me, is, again, more of a utility guy. He's that Guillorme type player. So I really hope left field is one of the positions that we're looking to upgrade. Same with DH. DH was a black hole last year. Daniel Vogelbach sucked. Our options in-house, again, Mark Vientos. Vientos showed flashes at the end of last year, but there's holes in the dude's game, and I don't know if he can really run with that job. Can he be better than Daniel Vogelbach? I definitely think that. DJ Stewart, I guess, is another option there too. I don't love those options either. That's another position I feel like we need to upgrade, and to me, that's Justin Turner or JD Martinez, maybe even Jorge Soler, but I think he might be too many years, too much money. But if we can get a Turner or a Martinez for that DH role, like, that's an instant upgrade to me. No, they're probably not going to put up the same numbers they put up last year, but I still think they can be serviceable and they can provide an upgrade to what we had out there last year. So, obviously, offensively, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at, can Brett Beatty step up and give us more than he did last year so that we can improve at third? Do we sign a left fielder and a DH, or at least one of the other, to upgrade one of those spots? And then the other spots are pretty much full with the same guys. So there is, to me, there's room for improvement. And I don't think the offense last year was necessarily horrible. The pitching was really bad. But I do think we can improve. And I think that's a spot where I think some fans are underestimating the offense a little bit. I do think that just with a couple little tweaks, this offense can be pretty solid. Also, there's that, I don't know how much stock you put into Eric Chavez being back as a hitting coach, if that helps us. Hopefully it does. So there's that. So I don't think, I go back to it. I just don't think 2024 is a lost cause yet. I think there's moves to be made that can get us to where we need to be competitive. So I continue to just wait and see if we get there. I do think this team is better than some are giving them credit for, just right now on paper. But they're definitely not there yet. And obviously we need this starting pitching. We need at least one, if not two starters still. I really do believe that. And I don't know where it's coming from. I really don't. I don't know if they want to spend the money on the free agent market. Maybe there's a trade in the works that we're just not seeing yet. I hope so. And then I do truly believe we need one solid back end reliever, an 8th inning guy, 7th, 8th inning guy. I think that's important. I think we need to get that. I don't know if I don't know if that's coming from the free agent market or if that's coming from a trade. We shall wait and see. I still believe in Stearns. I know it's not easy to have faith and just be patient, but at this point, what can we do? It is what it is. The offseason is moving at a snail's pace. Some moves have been made. The bigger end moves were made finally, but they took a while. And then we had the holidays. More stuff went on during the holidays than I expected, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be quite as active, so a few little things did happen. But still, more now that we're past New Year's, now things I think will start to kick up again. I mean, it's already January, so pitchers and catchers report in February. So spring training starts in February. So like we don't have a ton of time left. Stuff has to happen here eventually. So hopefully Stearns has stuff in the works. Hopefully I can make more videos talking about actual moves. And maybe some actual rumors. There's not much out there other than we've been connected to Turner and Martinez. The pitching market right now, I don't know who we're connected to. Giolito was a name, and he obviously is off the board, so we shall see. But that's it for this video. Just wanted to kind of, again, show a little comparison. It wasn't a deep dive. I didn't look into numbers and all that. There will be time for that. Right now, I want to wait till we have like a more firm grasp of what this team is before I really start diving into numbers and stats and everything. Plus, some people just tune out when you start talking about numbers, and I get it, especially the advanced stats, which I like, but I know a lot of people don't. So, anyways, that's where we're at. I'm going to try to be back. Hopefully, every day the rest of this week, so through Friday. If something happens on the weekend, I'll probably do a video too. just, I don't know, running out of things to talk about, to be honest, but we'll figure it out. Thanks for watching. Also, remember, you can listen on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, or whatever. Like, I'm out there on different platforms, so if you need to, if you're looking for the audio version of this, you can check it out. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all of you. Let's go Mets, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the latest video.